Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista, here on YouTube. And today is another diamond paint with me while I continue working on Treasure Studios art, Cherry Blossom by Lizzie Falcon. And it will be a true crime story time, but we will chat for a little bit. If you can hear, I'm a bit under the weather. So yesterday, in the afternoon, my throat started to feel scratchy. And I'm like, motherfucker, because that means I'm getting whatever Bill had. Bill is still sick. He is feeling better, but he's not 100%. And what I'm hoping is that mine's not going to turn into a full-fledged whatever it's trying to turn into. Usually what happens is it starts in my throat, which is where it's at right now. And sometimes it will morph into a cold. Right now it's staying in my throat. So I'm hoping, because I've been taking Airborne since Saturday. And I already take extra vitamin C every day with my supplements that I take. So I'm hoping that all of that is going to maybe help me kick this or not have it turn into something horrific. And, you know, in hindsight, I'm telling you, things happen for a reason. I'm guessing it was good that the salon called yesterday and changed my hair appointment to August 6th, because there's no way I could have made the appointment tomorrow. Yeah, the appointment was for tomorrow. No way. There's no way. I would not go in there sick. So that worked out, didn't it? What symbol are we at? 3685. Okay. So yeah, not feeling the greatest. I'm off work today, which there was a little like mix-up. Not a mix-up on our part though, but luckily I did some detective work and figured it out. But I figured it out so late in the day that there really wasn't a chance to get another job. But I'm not complaining because I'm done all my house stuff. Because sick or not, still got fucking shit to do, at least for me. It's not like I can just get up and lay around, right? And I do have to do preparation for tomorrow's job, but I have part of that done already, and that's not too strenuous. And yeah, I think after I'm done this video, I'm going to film a little snippet for my cross-stitch vlog. And then I'm probably going to sit here and maybe, you know, watch a movie and diamond paint. And then I'll eventually make my way downstairs, because I just took Tylenol, because for me, Tylenol takes away the pain in my throat. So yeah, because right now, like I said, it's just localized there. And there was a couple years when I still lived at home with my mom, when I was in college, that her and I would get whatever this throat thing is, and it would get so bad that I would lose my voice. I wouldn't be able to talk. And I remember one year, still in school, I mean, I went to college because I would have missed like 3 days or something and couldn't fucking have that. Luckily, my college classes where I went were small enough that it was only like 20 or 25 of us. So I just sat away from everybody else. But I had to write a note to my teacher saying, you can't call on me because I can't fucking talk. Yeah, I do remember that. And I've had a couple cups of coffee today just because the liquid feels good on my throat. And I ate a bunch of popsicles last night because, boy, that made it feel really good, right? And I think I'm going to have, I had 2 pieces of toast today. I've been trying to stay away from bread, even low-carb bread. But I had 2 pieces of toast just now. And then I think for lunch, we have some Progresso light soups up there. And I'm going to have one of those for lunch because I'm just, you know. So this morning I was on Instagram. I took NyQuil last night, so I was able to sleep. But you know how when you first wake up and if you have a cold or something, man, waking up, it's brutal because, you know, you've been resting and sitting for 8 hours or whatever. The morning is usually the absolute worst. So when I got up to make Bill's lunch, I took 2 Tylenol then and it helped. But yeah, so this morning I actually got a cup of coffee, got back in bed, and was looking on Instagram, and I saw where somebody bought one of those Dubco cross-stitch stands. They have ones that are like floor stands and then ones that are table stands. Oh my God, I loved it. So Dubco is in Russia. And even though I have my Velky Pataki stand coming, why can't I buy another one? Right? Yeah. So I went ahead and pulled the plug on that. Dubco is in Russia. I don't know if I said that. So it takes like 7 weeks to get the stand because you pay up front for that. Velky Pataki, when they invoice you, they have it ready. So I bought that. That was $236. Yes, I know. Pricey, but you know, I've worked my ass off here lately. Oh, and that's another thing that I think maybe one of the reasons why I have this illness. First off, Bill's work suggested that he get a COVID test, and he did, and he's negative. Thank God, because if he was positive, even though we've been vaccinated, you can still get it. Even though if he was positive, I would have been like, oh my fucking God, because I would have had to go get tested. It would have been a nightmare. So last week after the whole channel debacle, Bill went on his trip. I like busted ass like Thursday, Friday, and I think I just really pushed it. Like, I think there is a point where you're doing too much. And I had done a whole lot in those 2 days. I mean, filmed like, I don't know, 12 videos, something crazy like that. And, you know, not getting proper sleep, all of that just combined, I think. And so it didn't help, right? Because I was telling Bill today, I'm like, you know, there are some days I feel like I'm trying to cram so much into every single day. I'm like, I've got to stop doing that. I can't, I'm one person. I can't literally just continue on doing like that. You know, trying to work out, diamond paint, do a video, cross stitch, work my job, do house stuff, spend time with Bill. It's like, there's only so many fucking hours in the day. And I know I've been staying up way too late and not getting proper sleep. So today, definitely slowed down. I still did house stuff and some work stuff, but like I said, after I'm done this video, I'm going to film my cross stitch little snippet, and then probably going to sit here and diamond paint because I haven't done that in a long time. Just sat and diamond painted and watched shows or whatever. The good thing about my work though is I don't have to talk, right? So tomorrow, yeah, I don't have to speak, so that's good. So I've been reading my book, The Final Girls, what the hell is it called? It's by Grady, Hendrix. I have it linked in the description box. Oh, but one thing, I will link the Dubco stand down below, just so you can, if you want to go take a peek. But I'm going to talk about it more in my cross-stitch snippet thing, because I'll show a picture of it too. I got the blue one, the dark blue one. It's pretty. What was I going to say? My train of thought. Oh, I watched, last night when I was stitching, I watched the second episode in the new spinoff of American Horror Story called American Horror Stories. And it was so good. I'm thinking, like, the next episodes that are going to drop are going to be like a spinoff of the next American Horror Story. I forget what the next one was after Murder House, the second one. I don't remember. But I really liked it. I liked the 2 episodes, so yeah. And we've been watching Big Brother. We still need to watch Sunday's episode. We'll probably watch that tonight. And because I wanted to watch it last night, but I worked late. I worked until almost 7 o'clock last night. And by the time I got downstairs and we had dinner, Bill was watching Bering Seagold, so I just let him watch that. And then it was time to go to bed, for him to go to bed. So, but yeah, I also bought a diamond painting from a company that was new to me, Crafties. I think that was it. Don't worry, I'll unbox it when it comes here, whenever that is. I've been wanting to get one from Craftably because everyone raves about them, but they don't have very many round diamond paintings, and the ones they do, I didn't really care for. So I've been waiting just to see them have some new releases. And I'm actually thinking, when I'm done this, it's going to take me a little bit, even though I still have 2. I'm hoping to get this square done today, see if I can knock that out. Being sick is the worst. It is the absolute worst. I told Bill, I said, thank God we have like nothing coming up in the next week or so. We do have a birthday party to go to, but it's not till August 14th. At the same place that we went to all those parties back in July. So their daughter is turning 4, and we were invited. So we've gone to every single one of her birthday parties. So yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean, just because my ass wouldn't be fucking going nowhere. Okay. Oh, cross-stitch videos. Since I had done a couple cross-stitch videos, I've had so many people ask me about videos for beginners. They're still on my channel, thank God, right? I went searching this morning, and I actually made up a playlist called Cross Stitch for Beginners, and I have 30 videos in there. I'm sure whatever question you have is probably answered in one of those videos, so please go check those out. All the information, even though the videos were done, 2 years ago or whatever, it's all still valid. The information doesn't really change, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's some good information in there. I spent a lot of time doing those videos, so I'm so glad that they're still on the channel. So go take a peek if you're interested in cross stitch. My cross stitch piece is coming along swimmingly. I love it. Okay. All right, so I have failed to mention people that have bought me coffees over the past couple days, so I apologize. I usually am very, very on that, but I have a couple people. So Christina bought me 3 coffees and says, "Hi Danielle, happy anniversary. What a treat you gave us, 5 years. I've been following your channel for a few months, and boy, those videos help me with diamond painting tricks, help keep me sane dealing with my dad's Alzheimer's. He passed away in May, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's go. Christina, I'm so sorry for your loss. Alzheimer's dementia, such a difficult and utterly horrible thing to watch a loved one go through. That's what my grandmother had, and at the end, she did not know who we were. And I'm thankful my grandfather didn't have it, because he still knew who all of us were, you know, and still had, his mind was really sharp. It's just everything else in his body started to shut down. So, yeah, I miss them terribly. Yeah, I miss them every single day. Okay. Nikki Bonenfant bought me 5 coffees and says, just a little something to celebrate your 5 years on YouTube. Thank you for being so authentically you. I appreciate everything you do. Nikki, thank you so very much. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to come on here and just act different. I wouldn't be able to separate my true self from the videos. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know another way to act. I wouldn't. So, yeah. Diane's Diamond Painting and More bought me 10 coffees. Let's go. Diane, thank you so very much. She said, I wanted to buy you some coffees to help you celebrate 5 years with your YouTube channel. Congratulations, and hope to be watching you for many more years to come. What I have always told Bill, because you don't know when stuff's going to drop off or not become popular. There are so many videos on YouTube that I don't see it going away anytime soon. But you never know what it's going to morph into, right? And I'm so thankful I got into YouTube when I did, because I feel like that if I was coming in now, the craft market, diamond painting, cross stitch, it's so saturated that I think it's hard to start a channel and be successful. It's hard to find that niche, right? That niche in the community. But I do feel like if you are authentic, people will pick up on that. So, but yeah, everyone has a channel. So it's really hard, I think, right now. Yeah, I'm very thankful for this. And Amazon, what am I getting? I think I was getting anything today. I don't remember what I ordered. But I told Bill, I said, I'm going to ride the bus, the YouTube bus, till the wheels fucking fall off. Ride it till you can't ride it no more, right? Till you can't do it no more. I hope I'm 80 years old doing cross-stitch videos. Trust me. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if it would actually last that long? Oh, he's kind of cute. Don't tell my husband. He rang the doorbell. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know what that is, but who knows? I get all kinds of shit. Anyway. Yeah, gonna ride the bus till the wheels fall off. Seriously. But no, what I was gonna say is, can you imagine if YouTube is around that long? You could see me age, literally. Like, can you imagine seeing a video from when I'm like in my 40s and then in my 80s? Oh my God. Yeah, that'd probably be horrible to see, wouldn't it? I don't know. But there are people that have been on YouTube since its inception, and it's been like over 10 years, something like that. Okay. And then the last person that bought me coffee, Connie, bought me 5 coffees and says, I really enjoy your spirit. Congratulations on 5 years. Thanks for allowing us a glance into your life. Connie, thank you so very much. And thank you to everybody who has bought me a coffee, joined the channel, become a patron, and continues to do that kind of stuff. I appreciate it very, very much. And it allows me to be able to buy stuff for the channel and contribute to it, like the Velky Pataki stand, like the Dubco stand, like all of my diamond paintings and my cross stitch and all of that. Yeah, it allows me to buy the awesome stuffs to show you guys. trying to outline this a little bit. Okay, so today's story, and I know I'm not going to be like screaming or talking too loud because of my throat, so you're going to get a subdued Danielle today. Today's story is Bernadette McNeely, and I'm going to warn you because I kind of glanced ahead. This story is a little brutal, like more brutal than other ones I've read. So if you want to check out on this one, I'll give you like a couple seconds if you want to click off. I totally get it. Like I glanced and I was like, but I still wanted to read it. Okay. So in November of 1993, the whole of Britain was transfixed by the murder trial of 10-year-olds Robert Thompson and John Venables. I had heard about this story. I didn't read it on my channel because no. So in a nutshell, the boys had abducted 4-year-old James Bulger from a Liverpool shopping mall, walked him around town for hours, then eventually took him down to some railway tracks where they tortured and beat him to death. Brutal, senseless. I don't understand that at all. Perhaps one of the most horrific in the annals of British criminal history. So, just 35 miles away in nearby Manchester, another trial was underway, this one for the murder of a 16-year-old girl named Suzanne Capper. This case did not attract the same level of attention as the other one, but in many ways, it involved a murder even more brutal than that of young James Bulger. Suzanne had been held captive and systematically tortured over a period of 6 days. She had then been doused with gasoline and set afire. What the actual fuck? Like, the mental stuff going on in your brain that allows you to douse someone with gasoline and set them on fire. I have a hard time wrapping my brain around that one. The perpetrators of this horrific act were 6 individuals who she thought of as her friends. So even worse, right? Oh my God. Okay. Even at 16, Suzanne Capper had been through a lot in her life. 2 years earlier, her mother and stepfather had divorced, sending Suzanne into a period of uncertainty and instability. And you know, that's one thing that I have been, I guess, thankful for in this situation, you know, with my stepdaughter, meaning, you know, she has me and Bill, and then her mom and her stepdad, and we've all been together, like married and together. I've been with Bill since she was 9, and her mom has been with her stepdad since she was like 7, like right when Bill and her got divorced. So, that's been stability, especially in a situation like that. I think stability and being able to predict somewhat the situation is vital to a child's well-being. So I am thankful for that, although it hasn't been easy some of the times. But yeah. Okay. For most of those 2 years, Suzanne lived a shiftless existence, shuttling between her mother, her stepfather, and the local authority. Oy. She'd also begun spending time at the home of a new friend, 26-year-old mother of 3, Jean Powell. Now what? She was 16 and spending time at a 26-year-old's house? Yeah, I don't think that would be, no. I don't think so. So Jean was hardly what you would call a fitting role model for a young girl. She was a drug dealer, lovely, an offense for stolen car parts, someone who was regularly involved in violent confrontations with her neighbors. Her home at 97 Langworthy Road, Moston, was a virtual turnstile for local delinquents. Most came to buy drugs or barter in stolen goods. Others, like 16-year-old Anthony Dudson, came to have sex with Jean. Jesus Christ, wow. A house of ill repute? I mean, what the actual fuck is going on there? Still, Suzanne appeared devoted to her new friend, and I wonder how she even met this woman. She regularly babysat Jean's children for free and was always willing to help out around the house. Jean even convinced her to drop out of school. No, motherfucker. What? And to begin working as an office cleaner in the city center. Suzanne's weekly pay packet went directly to Jean, who repaid her with regular beatings. Okay, I'm so utterly confused. First of all, where are Suzanne's parents? Where are her mom and stepdad? What are they doing? They're probably trying to keep their own shit together. I get that, but... So Suzanne would give Jean all of her money and Jean would beat her? Like, what? Suzanne endured all of this abuse and never wavered in her loyalty to Jean, not even when Jean took in a new lodger and the mistreatment escalated. Like Jean, Bernadette McNeely was a young mother of 3. She had recently rented number 91 Langworthy Road, so a couple doors down, but she and Jean had quickly become such firm friends that they had decided to move in together. Okay, with their 6 kids? Jesus, that had to have been quite the house, right? If anything, Bernadette was more dangerous than Jean. Fabulous. In her short time living on Langworthy Road, she developed a reputation for drug and booze-fueled violence. Yeah, alcohol and like psychosis don't mix. She threatened to burn down one neighbor's house. With another, she had taken her threats a step further, setting their laundry alight. God. It wasn't long after Bernadette moved in with Jean that the violence against Suzanne increased. But why? I don't get it. Why would they, if Suzanne was like helping them and stuff, why would you beat her? And let me tell you, do you guys follow on Instagram the Instagram account Neighbors from Hell? Oh my good God. Like, there are some holy hell neighborhoods that post on there. Jesus. Yeah, I can't. Okay. So matters eventually came to a head on December 7th, 1992. Over the previous week, Jean and Bernadette had begun accumulating an array of petty complaints against Suzanne. Okay. The first of these related to a man named Mohammed Yusuf, who Suzanne and Jean had met in late November. And according to the story, Jean relayed to Bernadette that Suzanne had encouraged her to have sex with Mohammed and deserved a good hiding for trying to make me go with an Arab. What? Okay. Then there was the pink duffel coat that went missing from the house. Jean and Bernadette were convinced that Suzanne had taken it. Their lack of proof as to the alleged theft in no way discouraged them from plotting their revenge. Because of a coat? Finally, there was the most serious complaint of all. Jean and Bernadette were both promiscuous women who routinely had sex with the succession of delinquents and drug addicts that visited the house, because of course you did. These included the aforementioned Anthony Dudson and Jean's ex-husband Glenn. Unsurprisingly, given this lifestyle, it wasn't long before both women were afflicted with pubic lice. Oh, hell no! Oh, my good God. The blame for this passed to Suzanne, the warped logic being that she sometimes used a downstairs bed at 97 Langworthy Road, and it was enough for Bernadette to convince the others that Suzanne had to pay. What, because you fucked around and got crabs? I don't think so. Oh, my throat. What the actual fuck? So on December 7th, Jean and Bernadette knocked on the door at 6 Bewley Walk, where Suzanne was staying with her stepfather. They asked Suzanne if she wanted to come over to their house, and eager to please as always, Suzanne agreed. She had barely walked through the door at 97 Langworthy Road when Anthony Dudson and Glenn Powell grabbed her. Oh boy, this is going to be awful. Anthony and Glenn dragged the terrified girl into the kitchen, where they held her down and shaved off her hair and her eyebrows. What the fuck? After that, they made her clean up the hair from the floor, then forced her into the lounge where Jean and Bernadette were waiting. This poor girl. God. Over the hours that followed, Suzanne was subjected to a savage beating. She was punched, kicked, struck with belt buckles and a heavy wooden ornament. A cigarette was put out on her forehead, and she was suffocated with a plastic bag. When she eventually collapsed, her tormentors dragged her into a small closet under the stairs where she spent the night. Like fucking Harry Potter? Like that kind of closet? The next morning, her captors took her to Bernadette's home at 91 Langworthy Road, and it was here that the worst of the abuse occurred. Really? Like all of that wasn't the worst? Wow. First, Suzanne was forced to shave off her pubic hair. What? Punishment that Bernadette said for afflicting her and Jean with lice. Then she was made to lay spread-eagled on a bed and was lashed to the frame with electrical cord. With Bernadette the torturer in chief, the abuse now escalated. Suzanne was injected with amphetamines. Headphones were placed over her ears and music was played at full volume for hours at a time. She was whipped and beaten, burned with cigarettes, and forced to lie in her own urine and feces. I don't even have words. I don't even know what to say to all of that. At one point, the torturers decided that she needed to be cleaned up. Oh, how's that going to go? This was done by pouring undiluted bleach directly onto her body and scrubbing her with hard bristle brushes until her skin peeled off. Get the... What? On another... Jean's 16-year-old son, Clifford, removed several of Suzanne's teeth with a pair of pliers. Okay, I can't. I fucking can't. They must get caught, though, because this wouldn't be a story. Bernadette, high on drugs and obviously wallowing in this inhumane cruelty, started to torment her, taking on the persona of Chucky, the evil doll from the horror movie Child's Play. She would start each torture session with the character's catchphrase, "Chucky's coming to play." And despite her horrific injuries and weakened state, this phrase never failed to get Suzanne screaming. I'm speechless besides reading this story. Have you guys heard of this case? Like, this reminds me of Gertrude Baniszewski, you know, the An American Crime, was that the movie? I forget the girl's name. Sylvia? Was it Sylvia was the one that was tortured? Okay, so for 6 days and nights, Suzanne endured this almost constant torment, but eventually, and her father didn't wonder where the hell she was, her stepfather. But eventually, even her drug-addled tormentors realized that it could not go on forever, and so that left them with two options. They could either set her free and risk her going to the authorities, or they could kill her. So to them, it seemed like no choice at all. They had to kill her, right? In the early hours of December 14th, 1992, Suzanne was taken from the house and forced into the trunk of a stolen Fiat Panda. Now, this was the year I graduated high school. So I was 18 and I don't remember hearing. I'm sure this made national news, though. How could it not? Glenn was behind the wheel of the car, Bernadette in the passenger seat beside him, and in the back were Jean and her adolescent lover, Anthony. The foursome drove about 15 miles to a field outside of Stockport, and there they dragged Suzanne from the car and marched her to the edge of an embankment where Bernadette gave her a shove, sending her tumbling into a thicket of brambles. Bernadette then slid down the bank carrying a gas canister, which she emptied over Suzanne. And after 3 failed attempts, she eventually got the gasoline to ignite. The flames quickly engulfed Suzanne, and she started screaming while Bernadette giggled and sang "Burn, Baby, Burn." From the Disco Inferno song? I can't know. Eventually, Suzanne's struggles subsided and she lay still on the ground, a blackened, smoldering lump barely recognizable as human. The killers then left the scene and drove home, stopping at a liquor store to pick up some drinks on the way. Like, no big deal, right? But Suzanne was not dead. Wow. I don't know how she survived all this. With incredible courage, she clawed her ruined body up the embankment, staggered to her feet, and began stumbling down the Compstall Road towards Romley. It was 6:10 in the morning when Barry Sutcliffe and 2 colleagues on their way to work spotted her. They took her immediately to a nearby house and from there called the police and an ambulance. Suzanne was rushed to the hospital, but her injuries were horrific. Her hands and feet had been so badly burned they looked like charcoal. I don't know how she was able to stand. Adrenaline, I guess. The rest of her body resembled raw meat. Her face was rendered almost featureless, and still she managed to hold on long enough to name her attackers, and then she lapsed into a coma, and Suzanne died on December 18th, 1992, without regaining consciousness. So all 4 of those involved in the killing of Suzanne, Bernadette, Jean, Glenn, and Anthony, were arrested on December 14th within hours of Suzanne being found. And in addition, Jeffrey and Clifford, who had participated in torturing Suzanne, were also taken into custody. And at their trial in November of 1993, all were convicted. Thank God, right? Bernadette and Jean were both found guilty of murder and were each sentenced to life in prison with no parole for 25 years. Glenn received the same sentence, while Anthony was found guilty of murder and ordered to be detained indefinitely with a minimum of 18 years to be served. Jeffrey and Clifford were also found guilty of the lesser charges of false imprisonment and causing grievous bodily harm. And the final words in this horrific case belong to Suzanne's mother, which I'm guessing as the mother and the stepfather, they probably harbor intense, utter guilt for not realizing what was happening, right? So Suzanne's mother is quoted as saying, Suzanne was very forgiving, but she was also a girl who would try to sort out her problems on her own, and that's what she did in the end. She survived her ordeal long enough to name every single one of them. I can't. That is one of the worst ones I think I've ever read as far as just torture. I don't know how. You have to be a very depraved individual to do that to someone. I don't even know how you do that. Okay, so today more than ever, we need a positive affirmation, right? From A Year of Positive Thinking by Cindy Spiegel. Today is Tuesday, July 20th. So this one is very short, and it's called How to Live a Wonderful Life. Diamond paint and cross stitch and read? Right. So, how to live a wonderful life. Choose joy, practice love, accept others, be kind, show respect, love yourself, repeat. That pretty much sums it up, right? That was pretty good. I like that. Yeah, all of those things. Do all of those things. And when in doubt, keep your fucking yap shut. I'll add another one to the list. If what you're about to say is not necessary, don't fucking say it. There are many times where in situations I've been about to open my mouth and I'm like, is this really necessary? No. Zip. Let's zip it. Shut your yap, as I always like to say. So, I hope you guys all have a fantastic Tuesday. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.